My children are all grown up now, each one going their own way. Or they call sometimes when I cross their minds, or just to see if I'm okay. The miles and miles that my life has traversed have been long, oh, so long. Some smooth, some bumpy, some flat, some lumpy. I've made some right turns and some wrong. Yes, it's been a very long journey with some more miles to go. Not quite so fast as those in the past, but you see more when going slow. Slower than slow my steps may be, but I'm doing the best that I can. And I hope, you see, that you get to be as old and slow as I am. Reflections parade through my memory as you're going through your life's tasks. I could show you some breaks to avoid some mistakes, but you never, ever ask. Yet I don't need looks of pity from you folk of a lesser age. Don't overlook that I've read the whole book and you're still on the very first page. I thank my Heavenly Father for each moment of every year. The joys, the frowns, the ups, the downs, each one has been precious and dear. So you just try to look upon me as that river that flows and flows, and you're just a stream whose hope and dream is to get to go where the river goes. A dream of heaven. I had this dream about heaven, and a couple of you were up there, all decked out in your celestial robes, golden slippers. We all had a pair. You see, I was the new arrival, just came through the gate, told St. Peter I want to see the Father. He said, Bubbie, you got to wait. Totally in awe, but patient. I did as I was told, sat down on this comfortable divan right next to this street of gold. Then I spied somebody else I recognized, jumped straight up off that chair. There's got to be some kind of mistake. How did he get up in here? Last time night I saw that child, he was rifling garbage cans, picking up bottles beside the road with his nasty, filthy hands. Oh, have mercy, there's another one. How in the world did she get through? That sister used to keep all the streets hot, especially the Circle and Peconic Avenue. I started feeling kind of uneasy, not feeling quite so well. Had I been sent to the wrong place? Were those the gate to hell? Then some sense came to my head. The slippers, the golden street, the cherubims and seraphims, and I couldn't feel no heat. All of a sudden it hit me like a ton of bricks. I had been so spiritually cold. All I could see was outside of them. I couldn't see their souls. You see, to get your name in the Lamb's Book of Life, there are some things that God requires. And to fall short is to spend eternity in the devil's lake of fire. Just then I spied St. Peter walking back. His face had this sad, sad frown. Then I really got uneasy. Would I be denied my golden crown? I started thinking up excuses for some of the wrongs that I had done. Then tried to get St. Peter to intercede for me when I went before the Holy One. Just as St. Peter was about to announce my fate, I woke up in my bed. Crazy, frightening, confusing thoughts just racing through my head. Why was he wearing that sad, sad frown? Had I really fallen short? Would I have been denied my golden crown had I lost my heavenly day in court? Now, every day I pray my soul's pure enough when it comes time to redeem, because the next time I see St. Peter just may not be a dream. Impossibilities. Impossibilities. Hear the thunderous collision, two fish bumping in a tank. Or measure the magnitude of blood an aged mosquito has drank. Collect the riches of the world, place them in a mini sack, then balance them precariously on the point of a thumbtack. A suitor chasing his life's flame, with gifts of love he sought her. The suitor's name, Donald Trump. The flame, Obama's daughter. Gaze upon the universe after the world has gone to bed. Then count your blessings one by one and tell me God is dead. Weigh your conscience on a scale, the good against the bad. Good side ascend, the bad descend, your judgment. Woe, 'tis sad. The world is a utopia, troubles traded for tranquilities, all war washed away in a mother's tears, impossibilities. This poem is written and dedicated to that endangered species, the African-American male, who has given his life in wars for this land in disproportionate numbers, who is incarcerated in the prisons of this land in disproportionate numbers, and who is imprisoned in his mind by illegal controlled substances in this land in disproportionate numbers. It's entitled, It's Time. It's Time. The time for revenge and blame is long past. Let's look to the future anew. God has led us safely thus far. Now it's time to do our just due. It's time for my young brothers to stand tall with pride and grace and be a living hero to some small child of this proud race. At times, standing tall can be a problem when the fashion plate decrees that it's cool to shuffle with your hands in your pockets and your pants down to your knees. It's time for somebody's daddy to take that child in hand and explain that the teenage part of life is basic training to being a man. It's time to get educated. Forget TV, pick up a book, and then go outside and practice your dribble and your running fadeaway hook. I know we're athletically inclined, fine-tuned when properly trained, but those muscles fade like a summer sun, so you better fine-tune your brain. It's time, my brother, to sit back and take stock of the precious gems and jewels and such we have in our jewelry box. I'm not talking about rubies or diamonds, pearls or precious others. I'm talking wives, sisters, daughters, nieces, girlfriends, and most of all, our mothers. They are the backbone of this heritage, worth more than a king's ransom in coins. And we, the male gender of this race, are mere droppings from their loins. It's time to tell the media, I am not the person that they portray. From digging ditches to chairman of the board, I work each and every day. It's time to tell America, we're not all rapists, hoodlums, and thugs. We're not all wife and child abusers, and we're not all pushing drugs. Question. Billions are made from that illegal trade, a fact well understood. But tell me, are there any millionaire dealers in your neighborhood? It's time to look to the future, for the future lies ahead. Only look back to check your references or to pay homage to your dead. It's time for love, my brother. For love, my brother, it's time. Love, love, everlasting love. Love of me and love of mine. It's time.